Hi, my name is Jacqueline Bundi, and I'm a student at Torrance University. I'm currently pursuing my Master's in Business Analytics Advanced, and this is my submission for the Business Environment course, Assignment 3. Thank you. At the beginning of this course, I had basic understanding of business environment. My understanding was based on markets, companies, and economics, but I didn't understand how dynamic and interconnected it really is. This lack of knowledge increased my interest in this field, given I am aspiring business consultant. So throughout this course, I have gained deeper insights on how internal and external forces shape business structure. Topics like economic systems, business structure, government regulations, and market competitions, they have broadened my point of view on business environment. I have enjoyed learning about regulatory laws in Australia, business formation laws, and the economic principles. These are areas that I hadn't explored before. On my feelings, at first, I felt uncertain and intimidated by the terms microeconomics, which sounded a bit abstract at first, but I was also curious since my goal is to become a senior business consultant. I wanted to understand how top performing businesses think and operate. As I dug deep into this material, the course, I began to enjoy drawing connections between real life businesses, scenarios, and the theoretical frameworks we were learning. I would say over time my confidence has grown. I feel more equipped to engage with business challenges, and especially in terms of identifying where business is going wrong and what environment it operates in. In my feelings, I feel like at first I felt uncertain and intimidated by the terms like business microeconomics, which at first they sounded a bit abstract, but I was also curious since I'm aspiring to become a senior business consultant. I wanted to understand how top performing businesses think and operate throughout their business workflow. As I dug deep into the material, I began to enjoy drawing connections between the real life business scenarios and the theoretical frameworks that we are learning. I would say over time, my confidence has grown. I feel much more equipped to engage with businesses, especially in terms of identifying where business is going wrong, and what environments it operates in. So on how I've evaluated the whole course, I will say I'll start with what was good. So on my evaluation, I will say the integration of real-world case studies has helped me apply theory to practice. The analysis I did on Safaricom for my second assignment on the business report, it exposed me to practical case of risks, threats, and opportunities faced by Safaricom as it battles for a solid status in telecommunication industry in Kenya. The use of frameworks like SWOT analysis, PESTLE, and the Babok principle book in the assignment helped me think more strategically, which pushed me to consider the entire business ecosystem when analyzing the performance. So for me, what was challenging was that at times I found it difficult to separate economic theory from practical decision making. Translating macroeconomics data into business action was not always straightforward for me. Somehow I think this is because the real business arena is now different from the hypothetical one, and as a result, many factors have to be put into consideration when making strategic business decisions. Also, understanding how government policies like taxation or interest rate changes will directly affect business planning. That took me a while to fully grasp. But now I understand that the business isn't just a backdrop, it's an active force that shapes strategy, limits, or creates opportunities and defines what success looks like. I have come to learn that business doesn't operate in isolation. They are constantly responding to the market trends, the changes, the legal changes, customer expectations, and also the technological innovations. I also came to identify that the identity crisis in business, which is something I want to actually specialize in, is resolving the misalignment with external environment or situations where the business has unclear understanding of their own internal potential and capabilities. Sometimes a company may struggle not because of poor products, but because it has not adapted to new regulations, or it has misunderstood its market positions, or maybe it has failed to evolve its structure, its business structure. So, in conclusion, if I could go back to the start of this course, I would have started tracking the real business news, which is something I actually regret right now, more closely, more so on how companies respond to external changes. I think if I could have explored more global comparisons on how Australian businesses operate differently from those in other economies due to the regulation, taxation, and consumer expectation, I would have been on a better place or a better platform on understanding broadly on this concept. So to be able to better myself on this particular platform, I plan to keep applying what I have learned so far in both the real world analysis and my long-term professional development. My goal is to help business realign their structure and strategy with their current market reality. Besides my formal study, I purpose to engage in activities that will help network and increase my knowledge on this topic, like attending business strategy webinars, applying for certifications in areas like business process improvement, and also enterprise architecture. Lastly, I will join consulting forums to build a professional network of analysts and change leaders to make sure I achieve my goal in achieving the conglomerate position. So that's my reflection on this learning experience and business environment. It has been eye-opening, and I'd say it has been thrilling to understand different structures and businesses in Australia, and also to know how the government has put some regulation and standards for businesses to operate, which is actually thrilling from my country back in Kenya. So there's actually a gap, yes, but then I think it's actually thrilling, yeah, and yeah.